It's setup day, Wednesday, and we got a lot of work because in Atlanta, round 2, literally 2 weeks before this, we had to put the car away basically wet. We didn't get to nut and bolt it, go through it. We were just in a hurry to pack up. It was a late event and we were all flying out. So here we are in beautiful Orlando. It's very hot and muggy. It's about like 95 degrees and very humid, so it feels absolutely nasty. And we are nut and bolting the S15. Luckily, it was a pretty uneventful event for us. We did great in Atlanta and we didn't damage the car. We got lucky in that regard. So pretty hopefully light nut and bolt. We got to change the alignment for this track because it is a banked course. It really favors one direction over the other as far as like tire wear is concerned, so we got to rebalance the car here. We're doing that now, wrapping that up, and then going through the whole car, nut and bolting everything, changing fluids. Makes for a long day, but that's what it takes.
What up, everybody? We are currently lined up for practice. Welcome to the 3rd episode of Frenemies 2022. We're here in disgusting Orlando, Florida. Getting ready for practice. First 2 laps done. Lead run, good. I gave myself some goals about not touching the handbrake, coming into inner clip 2 and being on throttle. Was able to do that. And then went to follow and got lost in the smoke, did a stupid bonehead transition. The one thing you're not supposed to do, so take this, learn from it. Don't let it happen again. Yeah, I'm talking to myself. That's the nature of this course, is that whole early transition coming into the inner clip. That will kill you, so don't let it happen again.
It's hot, and the first couple laps is always exciting because we always try to make the car as good on any track that we go to, and it's kind of the true test if some of the little tweaks that we made are in fact working in our favor. You guys ready or what? Yeah.
Aliens. Sometimes there's no 4th gear.
Can I try it?
There? Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it's really terrible, especially for a brand new bike. Yeah, it's like 30. It was like 3,800 bucks.
It's like super easy to find. Yeah. Kind of like.
I remember. Get it, Odi!
That's so cool.
That's a pretty cool shirt you got there. That joke started early, huh? Car slightly caught on fire. This caught and lighted my fuel vent. Look, the flames are coming out of the fuel vent, straight up right there. Weird, never happened before ever. Yeah, gotta figure that out. Oh, ripper!
Who's gonna win practice?
Well, not us. We're all the way back here, but hopefully not us. What happens?
When you win practice, it means there's damage, huh?
Yeah. Okay, practice is over. Ended the day on a super good note. The changes that we made worked. The changes that I made as a driver definitely worked. We reviewed some data and and have some more things that we want to do. But for now, Andy's getting the car up, going over everything. Unfortunately, I only got one like super solid lap that I'm happy with today, but I'm confident that we'll be able to clean it up, and I think that we solved a couple little things that I was struggling with, so onward. All right, Odi just texted me and asked me if I could come by and chat. I'm assuming we're doing some nerd chatting. I'm struggling, I hate to say this, I hate to admit it, but I'm struggling to set my shocks up to be good for how I want to drive. And I'm trying to be wide open. Fall off, come off the bank, and go over the jump.
There's a small window where that works.
Yep.
Because we have a ton of adjustability in our shocks, and so do you.
Yep.
But there's a small window of it working because, yes, in here.
Small.
I'm not entirely happy either because I feel like I'm working with too small of a window.
Yeah, me too.
Kind of like where you're like, I could make the cars so I could like drive it like a rally car and it's just like butter inside, but you sacrifice some speed, like flat out.
Yeah. And that's what I said. I'm like 3 here, 3 there, 3 here, and I think that I'm just like
chasing it around.
Right. But I will say the last lap felt good. I made some changes as a driver, made some shock changes, made some air pressure changes, and then I reviewed the data, and everything that I was just like, I think this is happening, shows exactly on the shockpot data. So I'm like, perfect. This is what I wanted to do anyways. And then the shockpot data confirmed it. So I'm hoping, worst case scenario, I'll have that in my back pocket, which was like better than 95% of everyone out here. So that's cool. Okay. But like, I'm searching for that 5%. How you guys doing?
Thank you.
Bring an umbrella? Poncho?
Yep, we got both.
Nice.
We're ready.
Good,
We're staying through the whole thing.
Thank you.
Dude, Odi, you're smart. You sat beside the fan.
Yeah, you know, I brought this fan from my pit and put it right here.
Yeah! All right. It's hot, it's sweaty. The boys are dialed. They're feeling it. Quick game, baby. Yeah.
Currently second in points, Matt Field with that Falcon Tires Drift Cave Borla exhaust Corvette. Matt Field, our second vehicle, coming down into that first outside zone. Ooh. So we talk about that X factor. That was the judge you're looking for, the white wheel standing out, but that also highlights what I just talked about. Just that counter steer. Set it and forget it. Goes over the hip. Really good compromise as far as, you know, coming off the throttle, getting that point, getting that across. Speed is not a factor. X factor, talking about line, angle, style. Those are the elements combined. Matt Field has the loud and proud car, and the score coming in, it is a 90. That is a 9-0 for Matt Field.
All right, so qualifying's done for me, sitting on a 90. But for now, Eve, gotta focus on this. Get the gearbox back in the car. Had some issues in practice, so we're all here thrashing.
I need a 13 wrench.
13 wrench on it. 13 wrench. Nice job. 89. It's good. Good.
Odi Boschi's coming out in that Falcon Tire Vortex Supercharged Field Suspension S15. Like I said, become one of the best chase jobs. There's that left foot brake with that right wheel scrubbing. Woo, that field suspension using all of that suspension and compression. Rebound and impact right now as Odi. Look at that, different angles there, but looks like Odi slides and jumps his way, literally and figuratively, in 89 in front of Ryan Turk. Now slides to that number 3 position.
So all done for today. We had a good warm-up session. Car's obviously put away, which is always a great sign. It's not on jack stands. We're not scrambling, wrenching on it. Warm-up went really well. We threw some different settings at the car based off of yesterday's experience. We had the luxury of doing that because everything, you know, was working proper. So why not throw some more at it, see what happens. And for qualifying, I was happy with the run. I made a few mistakes, but they weren't massive. Unfortunately, everyone else did really well too. So there was a lot of 90s. Everything was working well. We know exactly what we need to do. So very much looking forward to tomorrow. Right now we're gonna go and watch Evan run though. It's raining, it's pouring outside, it's nasty, and Evan's got his top 32 competition. He did really well, by the way. Yesterday he qualified third, I believe, with an 87. So stoked on that. We're gonna see how he does. That was good, dude. It's patchy, and I saw you ripping the bank, and I was like, he's gonna have to pump his brakes because it's super nice and grippy up there, and in the infield, like, it was good.
Thank you.
Woo! Feels good to have one of your cars being driven and being driven well. So very much stoked on this. All right, see how the rest of practice goes for Pro Spec, and excited to see top 32. Look at this guy.
Good job.
Still quick.
The car, it's not that bad. Missing a little chunk of the side skirt there, but
I know.
we're
Yard sale it.
yeah, it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Evan Bogovich.
Sweet. Now we got to do the same thing.
Let's do it.
Hey! So we sprung a leak, and yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's that one actually.
Welcome to Lake Matt Mahal.
There's a lake under the car.
All right, everybody, top 16 intros. Here we are. It's game time. It's game day. It's weird because the Pro Spec rounds mean there's 32 of us out here. 4 intros. Look how long. Look at how we're all the way down there. It'd be a long top 32 for us. Oh, here we go.
Next up, he's in contention for the championship this year. Currently 4th in points coming this round of competition. Piling that Falcon Tires Field Suspension S15. It is Odi Bakshis. Piling the Falcon Tires Drift Cave Borla exhaust. Currently 2nd in points. 777. It is Matt Field, the beast from the Bay.
I've seen about 10 strikes of lightning over there. Okay.
As Odi Bakshis leaves the start line, he will lead that Falcon Tires Field Suspension S15. Eve Meyer. Whoa! Oh, and Odi Bakshis, very uncharacteristic.
We saw that last night, Jared,
Yeah.
on a bye run, and we just saw it from Odi Bakshis.
Right, so the event turned a little south. It started to rain really bad, which, you know, it's Florida. It's kind of expected. And we put a bunch of grip into the car, a lot of grip. When I went into competition in top 32 against Eve Myers, I initiated and the car snapped and straightened because it had so much more grip in the rain than I anticipated, than I am used to when I do drive in the wet. Long story short, I took myself out and I am absolutely devastated. It is it's very tough to swallow because it's such a tight points race every season. I am here to win the championship, and it makes it an extremely tough road to do that when you take yourself out in top 32. And that's it for me in Florida. It stopped raining, which is good. Unfortunately, it stopped raining a little too late. So that's that. Hope you guys enjoy watching.
Know when you're, you're out on the track and it's wet, you're along for the ride sometimes because it's that slippery at the speed you're going.
Here comes Matt Field, Rome Charpentier. Matt Field, Falcon tires, Drip Cave, Boyle exhaust, Corvette. The 4-star wheels go round, the Falcon tires get lit up. Sticking it to the wall. Now here comes Rome Charpentier. It's been very aggressive lately, but how is the wet going to be handled? Rome Charpentier, no big deal for Rome. Looks like Matt tries to find that crease and he sets it. Matt Field giving chase. Let's see what we got here. Rome Charpentier initiating. Nice job initiation. But what's he got now? We will see. Now coming down, slamming down in that flat portion of the track. Oh, doctor! Matt Field gets the win in his Falcon tires. Drip Cave Corvette, congratulations to him. Unfortunately, Rome spins out and Matt Field gets the win.
All right, top 32 just finished. It's wet out there. I spun coming off the bank on my siding lap. Was not expecting it to be that slippery. And then in battle, Rome spun on his lead lap. So we got the win. Moving on, not sure who we have against, who we got coming up. It's either, yeah, Pollock or Kearney.
Get your cameras out. It's going to be a barn burner. Looking cool. And the Hyperana team, one big sponsor, hyperanat.io. Matt Field initiates, Dean Carter's car. Let's see it. Put it up. Goes right to the side. That black shadow of a Dodge Viper. A little bit lower on the bank for Dean Carney. Past that inside clip. Dean just barely nudges it over. Past the second inside clip. Shreds it. Kelly deads it. And those next tires keeping up with the Falcons.
All right, Kearney hit us in the rear after the finish line. And we got 10 minutes to fix the car. There's the clock. He just bumped the toe out. The car was driving a little bit straight. He was pushing hard, but I crossed the finish line, pulled far right, shut down, and yeah, he hit me after the finish line. So we get time to fix the car, and we'll be back out there. Yep.
Get the other one. Get the other one. Wheel back on.
Dean Carney swings across the nose of that Corvette. Dean Carney puts some more angle into it. Matt Field slides to the door of Carnage. That Viper nose slams down to fire from that side exhaust. And now to that second outside zone. Bringing it all the way through. Matt Field gets the win. Matt Field gets the win unanimously.
All right, we just won our top 16 battle against Dean Kearney, and we're moving on to top 8. Let's go.
Storms are brewing here on track. Let's send it. Come on. Chelsea Denofa, Matt Field. See right here, these guys are chomping at the bit. Denofa initiates, Field right there, working it to the wall. From the windows to the wall, to the doors, sparking. Look at the angle from Field to the chase, and contact was made.
Looks like damage to Chelsea's car in the right rear, maybe.
Just overly aggressive on my part. I can't really tell, you know, I was smoked the out. All right, we'll run this run, see what she brings, baby. Give it all she's got.
Field out front, Chelsea Denofa in the chase position. Matt Field, slingshot out of the gate. Matt sticks it to the wall. Chelsea Denofa back quite a bit. But this might be strategy-wise. He might know who's at fault. Backs off just a little bit. Now coming into that second inside clip. Matt Field knows. And Chelsea Denofa powers on through.
No way!
No way!
So possibly one more time. What's Ben? What do we got?
Link Engine Management top 8. One more time. What'd you guys say? What do you want to see? One more time.
One more time!
Is there damage to the car? It feels pretty straight, actually. It's definitely like fender and shit like that, but it feels pretty straight.
Go time. There we go. Chelsea Denofa will lead. Let's not hit any cones to get a good start. Here we go. We got an all-wet run. Denofa and Field. Denofa initiates high on the bank. Field, look at that. I mean, they are just magnetized to each other.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, and both of them spin. Don't know if there's contact on the start line. Who's going to the final 4? Good pace. You saw that? Chelsea running up. Now he knows he needs to be right. Oh, and he impedes. Ryan,
That was contact.
that was contact.
But if they're both going for
But
it.
if they're going for it, they're going for it. Matt Field continues through the course. Now coming down into splash zone. And there you go, Chelsea loops it. So there you go. Matt Field gets the win in the wets. Dylan Hughes, Matt Field. Dylan Hughes is leading, Matt Field's giving chase. Dylan Hughes comes out, we're losing bumpers. Dylan Hughes gives a little twitchy. Matt Field jumps to the side of him. We keep on partying, boys. Dylan Hughes, more angle, and Matt Field spins. Dylan Hughes keeps continuing on. Dylan the Dozer Hughes gets the win. Dylan Hughes gets the win.
Check the compression. Check the compression.
Wound out.
Is that the new Dorito flavor?